Hi, my name's Tim Sallow. I'm the Wind Tunnel Calibrations Officer for Ecotech. So here we have our wind tunnel. It was built by the CSIRO in 1965 and used for many years for research and commercial calibrations. We've since acquired the tunnel and continue those commercial calibrations as best we can. We have made several improvements over the years, including rebuilding the front end of the tunnel where the air is drawn through. From there we can move down the tunnel from the inlet. There's some compression of the air here, which leads into our low-speed test area where we can do calibrations up to 15 metres per second, from 0.3 metres per second to 15 metres per second. I have an anemometer set up in the tunnel at the moment with a wind vane. That's all mounted on a post which is connected to a rotary dividing head, or mechanical dividing head, which allows us to calibrate wind direction through 360 degrees. I can make the speed in the tunnel faster or slower depending on the specific requirements of the customer. So we can calibrate anywhere between 0.3 and 15 metres per second in this area. All the information from our reference, which is the pitot tube behind that anemometer, which may be a bit hard to see, is collected through our measuring transducers here and logged in a data logger, compiled and sent back to the control room for further analysis and the preparation of reports. We mentioned that NATA accreditation is important to our customers, but it's equally as important to us as well, because the wind tunnel, we have the tunnel, but it's a complete system, and the instruments that we use to measure the parameters required to calculate wind speed. So this tunnel, although it's not new, is completely recalibrated once a year and checked regularly every month at least to make sure there's no drift or strange readings coming through. So I have a range of measuring equipment. There is further compression after the low speed section, which leads to a high speed section which allows us to measure up to 30.0 metres per second, which is the limit of our NATA accreditation. So we can go from 0.3 metres per second, which is just a zephyr, up to 30 metres per second or 108 kilometres per hour. From there, the tunnel widens out and leads to a 4-bladed fan connected to a pulley system and a 10 horsepower motor, which acts like a giant vacuum cleaner. So it pulls the air through the tunnel and it just recirculates back down the tunnel room towards the inlet again, and the cycle repeats. So we're very happy with the way the tunnel's performing and the improvements we've made. It's the largest wind tunnel facility in Australia specifically for the calibration of anemometers, wind speed sensors and wind direction sensors. All makes, all types, all models. If it'll fit in there, we can calibrate it.